Welcome back, class. Now we all have started this chapter, and I'm doing the quick revision of the topics which we have discussed. So, chapter name is Challenges of Nation Building. In this chapter, I have given you the notes. Okay, this is the notes copy. Okay, and do refer your book when you once understand this chapter. Do refer to your book. All right. So we know this that at the midnight of your 14 to 15th August, India got independent. Okay, not only the India, your Pakistan also got independent. All right. Then there was a speech which was given by Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, and in the special session of the Constitution Assembly, and this particular speech was known to be as your trust with destiny. Okay, this is very important. You should remember this line. All right. Now, there are the two goals for the new nation to achieve. So, after independence, we required some achievements, we required some goal to be achieved in future. So, these are here: to run our country through the democratic government, and government will work for all, particular the poor and the socially disadvantaged group. So first of all, the country should be equally run by a democratic government. Okay, and lastly, the only social disadvantaged group also got benefits and other equal status in the country. Okay, now moving to the next topic. indian India faced three kinds of strategies or three kinds of challenges in the process of independence, and these challenges are, first of all, the challenge is to shape a nation that was united yet accommodated the diversity in our society. So, your nation is united as a whole to known as India, but we have a different variety of the things. For example, your caste, your language, your culture, traditions. So, these are the things which are involved, and it known as a diversity. But India, if you look India from outside, it look very united. When you come inside and see, there is a variety of everything. Okay, starting from your uh, food to a dress. So these are the diversities. Okay, and this is the big challenge for the government to look after these things. Second challenge is to establish democracy. Yes, it is very hard to establish democracy during 1947 to 1953 onward, because at that time we have our states as well as people were demanding different state on the basis of language. Okay, and some provincial state are also there. All right, and the third is to ensure the development and the well-being of the entire society, and not only for some session or some sections. Okay, so we only want some equality, not only a selective group of institution, but in a great section of the people. Now coming to the next topic, it is given in your book that in the name of partition, displacement and rehabilitation. So partition have your displacement, partition also have your rehabilitation. Displacement meaning moving from one place to another. Okay, moving from, after partition, moving from one place to different uh, country, this is your displacement. Okay, and rehabilitation means to restart your whole life, to restart, rearrange your whole thing, to start your new beginning of the life. So people feel this type of problem during partition. Not only your India, but Pakistan people also feel the same. On 14 to 15th August, two nations comes into existence, that is India and Pakistan. So, in the midnight of your 15 August, your two nations that exist today as well is your India and your Pakistan got separated. All right. There is a theory that is known as the two nation theory, which is really very important to understand here. Okay, I am just making a box there, but in your book it is given in the paragraph, so you might not found there, or you are not able to see that this particular note, so I have made one, so you can refer to it. So this theory advanced by the Muslim League Indian consists of not one but two people, Hindu and Muslim. So it is demanded Pakistan a separate country for Muslim. However, Congress opposed this theory, and this created a political tension between the two parties, led to the creation of Pakistan by the British. So this theory tell you about, and this theory is given by, advanced by your Muslim League. They are saying that in India you have two peoples living together, that is Muslim and your Hindu. So they are demanding for a separate state for the Muslims, and this is not accepted by your, and this is also not accepted, plus also opposed by the Congress party, that is Jawaharlal Nehru, and this is also opposed by your Gandhiji as well. So after this they demanded for the two nation theory, and Britishers accepted this, and they just given this permission now that we are separating your people, okay, into two main headings, that is your Pakistan and India. All right. So after this, according to the 1951, India accounted for a 12% of Muslims of total population. So we will start this particular topic. So here are the integration of princely states. So integration, involvement of princely state, how these kingdoms or people who are ruled by a king, okay, that particular area or a territory is known as, in 1947 time, is known as your princely state, where the king or a queen is ruling, okay, their rules and regulation was followed by the subjects. So Britishers, so British India, at that time we have a British India because still Britishers were there. So in during British India, your British Indian provincial state is here, and this is your princely states. So in the British Indian provinces directly controlled by the British government, so the area which is under the control of your, under the control of the Britishers, so those areas were controlled by the British government. And there is a princely state, okay, which was controlled by the prince, but as long as they accepted the British supremacy, this was called a paramountry, or the paramountry or a suzerainty. So इसमें होता क्या है, that if a prince is ruling to a state, okay, and he accepted that British law or orders, then that particular area is known to be as a paramountcy, okay, paramountcy, where king is there but he will follow the rules and regulation of the British government. Getting my point? Okay, so under this you have total number of princely state at that time is 565, okay, and these states were free to join either the India or Pakistan or remain independent. So Britishers has given this point that if the princely state जो राजा के द्वारा रूल किया जा रहा है, उनको ये ऑप्शन दिया गया, दे आर फ्री टू ज्वाइन इंडिया और पाकिस्तान और बी रिमेन एज अ इंडिपेंडेंट, ओके, तो इनको ये तीन ऑप्शन दिए गए आफ्टर पार्टीशन. सो रूलर्स ऑफ त्रवाकोन, हैदराबाद एंड भोपाल डिक्लेयर देयर स्टेट इंडिपेंडेंस. तो ये तीन एरियाज़ जो थे, इन्होंने अपने आप को कहा वी विल रिमेन इंडिपेंडेंट, वी विल नॉट गो टू इंडिया साइड, वी विल नॉट गो टू द पाकिस्तान साइड, वी विल लिव independent, okay, that simply means different state, different country, yes or no? So this is one thing. Then we coming to the topic, that is government approach. There are the some approaches which are based on the government. So let us begin with this. So government have decided, government after seeing that people of your rural area, okay, that is a princely state, they wanted to be a freedom, but government know if they make themselves independent, other country or other powerful country can overthrow them. So their approach is, our first approach is intervening. The government took a firm stance against the division of the India into a small principalities of a different sizes. So गवर्नमेंट ने ये इनिशिएट लिया कि इंडिया तो डिवाइड हो ही रहा है, साथ ही साथ हमें प्रिंसली स्टेट को भी इंडिपेंडेंट होने के लिए मना करना चाहिए, बिकॉज इट विल टेक अ वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट सिचुएशन फॉर इंडिया एज वेल इन द फ्यूचर. ओके, सपोज़ अगर आपका ये इंडिया है, इंडिया में से अगर आपका हैदराबाद अपने आप को कहे कि हम एक इंडिपेंडेंट हैं, हम किसी में नहीं आते हैं, सो दे आर बी अ डिफरेंट कंट्री. सो बाहर के कोई भी लोग आकर के इनको हटा सकते हैं. अगर इसके ऊपर हैदराबाद पे कोई कंट्रोल ले लेगा तो ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ हैदराबाद में होगा, फिर बाद में इंडिया को भी उस चीज़ का डिफ़िकल्ट फेस करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. So this is one case. Second case is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Okay, he has done a very great job, that he played a crucial role in negotiating with a ruler of princely state. So he has just convinced these prince to not get independent. इन्होंने इन सभी से बात की और उन्होंने नेगोशिएशन किया, उन्होंने आपसी समझौता किया, आपसी बात किया और कहा कि आप जो हैं please don't independent, please join India. Okay, so this was one. Second is the government approaches was guided by three considerations. सो गवर्नमेंट का जो ये अप्रोच था ये 3 हिस्सों में डिवाइड हुआ. पहला आपका था पीपल ऑफ अ प्रिंसली स्टेट्स वांटेड टू जॉइन द इंडियन यूनियन. सो जो प्रिंसली स्टेट के किंग्स थे उन्होंने कहा कि ठीक है, अगर हम ये चीज़ आपका समझ रहे हैं, सो वी विल जॉइन द इंडियन यूनियंस, यू हैव यूनियन टेरिटरीज, यस और नो. देन सेकेंड इज़ योर गवर्नमेंट वॉज रेडी टू गिव autonomy to several regions. So they have agreed, okay, your government has agreed to this topic, that we will provide you autonomy to some regions. Autonomy means where जहाँ पे आप एक का ही अधिकार हो उसे आप कहते हैं autonomy. Okay, so this is, in this case autonomy is given to the rulers, okay, to the princely states. For example, Hyderabad at that time was a princely state. So वहाँ के जो राजा थे उनको ये autonomy दी, उनको ये अधिकार दे दिया गया that you can rule to this place but be remain in the India only. So this is all for today's class. All right. Okay, there is the third approach as well. Let us finish this off and then we will rest my class. So third is the integrations and the consolidation of the territories, and consolidation's boundary of the nation had assumed a supreme importance. So the third thing that the government has done is इंट्रीगेशन, इन्वॉल्वमेंट, कंसोलिडेशन, चीज़ों को एक साथ रखना, बाउंड्री बनाना. सो दीज वर थिंग्स वर ऑल्सो डन. देर इज़ द इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स ऑफ एसेशन. सो इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ एसेशन क्या होता है? लेट अस बिगिन टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस टॉपिक एज वेल. The rulers of the most of the states signed a document called the Instrument of Accession, which meant that their state agreed to become a part of Union of India. Accession of a princely state of Junagadh, Hyderabad, Kashmir, Manipur proved difficulty. So accession होता है where you sign that now we are a part of India. सो ऐसे चीज़ें जब प्रिंसली स्टेट इंडिया के साथ होना चाह रहे थे तो उन्होंने एक डॉक्यूमेंट को साइन किया गया और उस डॉक्यूमेंट में ये लिखा था कि प्रिंसली स्टेट जो है अब पार्ट है यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया. यूनियन मतलब टुगेदर विथ इंडिया. ठीक है. और इसमें कुछ प्रिंसली स्टेट को डिफ़िकल्टी हुई, जैसे कि हैदराबाद, कश्मीर, मणिपुर. सो दीज and now in our next class we will discuss the same thing with particular princely state. तो हम एक एक करके सभी एक एक स्टेट्स को हम पढ़ेंगे और शुरुआत करेंगे हम हैदराबाद के लिए, हैदराबाद से. ओके, नाउ दिस इज़ ऑल फॉर टुडे. ओके, वी विल मीट इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास.